Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Look where we are. We're in Vilnius, right at the train station, and for some reason I can't pick it up. There she is. There's the train station. And you know what's funny? This might not be funny to you, but it's funny to me. Last time I was here in Vilnius, which was about a year and 9 months ago, I was trying to find the Stargate. That's all I cared about, was finding the Stargate that has a direct line, a direct feed into Lublin, Poland. And you know what I just found? The Stargate. Oh my God, I can't believe it. You know, if we walk through this, we'd be in Lublin. And you know what's cool? Even though they're far away, they were waving at us. That's right, guys. They were waving at us. Rock on, baby. All right. So, we're in Vilnius. They're looking out for more people. We're leaving the Stargate. And we are going to explore one of my most favorite cities in all of Europe. That's right, in all of Europe. Love this place. And I think it loves me. So, where other people are going to like Central Europe, or to the southern part of Europe, and avoiding the Baltics altogether, you really miss out on this charm of this really historical place and capital city of Lithuania. I mean, look at this guy right here. Isn't that cool? And then this architecture style. Oh, so delighted. Really, I'm happy to be here. Come on, guys. So, what was I going to say, aside from the construction, which is nothing new, you see this building right here? This reminds me, that little, well, and for that matter, this little rickety thing that we just walked through reminded me of when I was in Lviv a year and 9 months ago. And it's interesting because both cities, actually the construction has no bearing, but it seems like there's construction everywhere, but both cities have some history as being part of Poland. And whenever I'm here, I can definitely see the remnants of Vilnius, if you will. And right now we're walking towards the gates of dawn. My hotel's actually right near here, but very busy. I've never actually been I've been in this part of town before, but not this far over. So it's kind of cool because, for example, this building right here, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because my Lithuanian sucks, but we'll call it the Halės or Halės. And it looks like a giant market. So let's pop in real quick. Oh, this is awesome. It's like a big food market. Wow. Awesome. I like the smells. Excuse me. Seeing all the pieces of meat and stuff like that. It's beautiful. Now, usually I'm afraid of these places, but I figured for you guys, I would brave it today. So all these different foods, looks like just meat primarily. Although I say that, and then of course there's all these fruit, veggies, and then if you go straight in here is clothes. That's cool. It literally is just a giant shopping market. It's sort of like in Tangier when you go into the Kasbah. But here, for some reason, even though it's more overwhelming, it's actually cooler. Look at the animals. Look at these guys right here. Needing his home. Oh, I haven't seen these guys in a while. So cute. All right. All right, let's go back out in the street. I'm feeling overstimulated. But, hey, I took you into a market for once. Which, if you remember the origins of this channel, I would never go into any of these places. Oh, I love it. Look at this right up here. More graffiti. I mean, not graffiti. More of the murals. So I wonder if that's like if that's Vilnius's version of Walmart. I don't know. Something to think about, you know? Now, if memory serves, up here, going this way, I think we hang a left. And then we go down through the gates of dawn. Which, I can't tell you all the historical significance because honestly, I'm just a tourist, guys. I don't do a lot of research. I should. It's kind of a stupid of my part as a history major in college. You'd think I'd be all over this. And I am. I just don't have time. So, when I'm seeing it for the first time, you're seeing it for the first time. Or something like that. You can see these historic buildings right here and you're like, they just need a little love. It's all it takes. Speaking of that, of love, here are the gates of dawn from the backside, I think. I've only been on it from the front side, so. And it's a pretty cool spot. See it right up here. And now we just walk right through. And if I remember right, there's a monastery around here or something like that. Well, actually, now we're really entering the historical part of the city, which, if you've never been, is it's just lovely. Oh, look, they did something to St. John Paul. Now, the view that the way we just came in doesn't really give you what you want. So, I'll show you. Here's the actual gate of dawn. And they say that because I think it's because of the Ra symbol. Although that does look like Ra. Maybe it's not. Right underneath the cross. And there's an icon right in there. At least I can see it. I don't know how you get in. Probably right here. Again, you get the gate behind me, right there. Isn't that cool? And then, actually, where I'm staying right here, which used to be an old monastery or convent or something like that. But I was trying to see if we can get in up here to the church. See this beautiful church. Do you like the angle? A lot of effort, as you can see. I really worked hard on that one. So this is the Church of Saint Teresa. That's what it says anyway. And just because I'm curious, I'm going to go check in here at the hotel for a moment. I don't think I can check in, but it doesn't hurt to try. They already let me in. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at this place. Like, this used to be as I said, it was a monastery or a convent. But it's really cool because if you look out right here, let me show you. We have this beautiful courtyard even. And then behind it up there is the church. So if you look out right on the side, there's the gates of dawn right there. That's where we came in on. So, yeah, this is really, really cool. All right, back out on the street. Right when you come down the stairs, which is the way I came, I saw this. This is why I wanted to stay here. I love the energy. It's beautiful. It's so quiet in here. They also have a spa, or at least there's a spa right next door. And then, of course, as I said, we're right next to the gates of dawn and those churches. So if you're looking for a spot that's kind of like right in the middle of everything, truly, it's a short walk down to the center, too, where, like, the town hall is, that beautiful church, the water, the hipster part of town, as I call it. You guys will see it over the next few vlogs. I promise. I won't let you down. Now, we're not going in here because I think they're having a service, and I see cars and stuff like that. But I wanted to show you in the background, that is the Orthodox church right there. It's in pink. It's beautiful. Huh. I did realize for once I could actually go in because I'm not wearing shorts. But I'll check it out tomorrow. I'm kind of just, I'm all over the place right now for my energy because I'm like, oh wait, I gotta see this. I gotta go see this. So to put it in quick perspective before we roll out. So again, there's St. Teresa's. The gates of dawn are in back. And then, as I just said, that pink right to the left is the Orthodox Church. So, and then you're surrounded by all of these restaurants. And if I remember right, this is the Philharmonic right here on the left. It's a really, really cool town. And look at this right here. Look at the Christmas, the decor. If you're into like cafe culture. Now, with full disclosure, I originally thought this was the Gates of Dawn. Maybe it is. Maybe this is the actual proper one. And I say that because it looks older. And if I remember right, yeah, this leads up as well. But you can see Ra right up there, which it's literally the same thing. But that leads up to the Greek Catholic Church of the Holy Trinity. But it's interesting. I would have to actually look up to find out why, because it legitimately looks like the same thing. But because I feel peer pressure now, with you here with me, we'll walk up and we'll take a quick look. They're actually doing work to it now. Look at this. Huh. It's interesting. So this is part of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church. Now if you want to walk around and explore, you can see and learn about the history in both Ukrainian, English, and in Lithuanian. The icons behind me. It's pretty cool. But up here they talk about the Basilian order and how that came about, and I'm more fascinated by how this was, one of the original communities here. This was the monastery of the Holy Trinity. All right here you can see how it was set up, and then as part of the community. If you go to like Przemysl, that part of Poland, there's a bunch of monasteries, and I can guarantee you, and actually here's kind of a thing, we'll see if it's on here on the map, and it is right here. Huh. That's cool. And for me, it's a religious guy, it's interesting to just kind of see how all of these churches, all of these different like monasteries and convents and sects of Christianity all kind of plopped up in the same area. And then also in this section, also in Vilnius, prior to World War II, there was a significant Jewish population as well. So we'll leave that behind us. And then just because it's for comedic reasons only, we have to pass the wedding dress shop right here. This one's nice. Check out that. And now let's head down and look at some of the Christmas market stuff that's going on. I can see them skating right up ahead. I did a tour here with some students for a math counts competition. And part of it was exploring this area right near the university. Here's the Philharmonic. So having ventured through these streets, it's difficult to kind of figure out like where do you want to go first? What do you want to see? Because truly, it's this city's just a gem to itself. Look at this right here. Got this little guy looking down at us, and then you can see the courtyard. It's awesome. So now you're getting towards the festivities. I'm going to do a proper Christmas-oriented vlog soon enough. But I think one reason why I love Vilnius so much, at least in this section of town, is just the plethora of churches. That's the Church of St. Casimir. It's a Jesuit one. And the thing is this, it's like you can just walk around and it almost feels like on like every street corner there's a church waiting to be found, waiting for you to go into. Uh-oh. Hey guys, I hope you don't mind, but I gotta talk to this girl real quick. She tried to hit me up before in Warsaw, and I kind of ignored her, so we'll say hi real quick. If you've seen my other vlogs, you know it's the same shtick. God, like, why can I barely see? They haven't set up for this evening yet, but you see here, I think that's the, I don't know, that could be the town hall. No idea. I just know that Vilnius is a really big city, and that is their ice skating rink. And aside from Sopot, I'm just trying to think of like different parts in this geographical part of the world. Trying to think of where I've seen some ice rinks before. It's been a while. Ooh, now look at this. The market is not open yet. It will be later. So let me show you this. Ooh, here we go. Get to the pretty parts. So they do have some stalls right here for your food, drink. Be merry. And it's kind of funny seeing people ice skate and yet be on their phone and, texting away. I want to go down this side street because I know it's really cool. But it's sort of like you choose one, you give up the other. Look at these bells. I don't know why it's filming me right now, but look at this. It's really quite pretty. Yeah. It's awesome. It's funny, you know, everyone look at this. Look at this cute little restaurant they have in here. Huh. A friend of mine hasn't been here for 10 years, and I'm kind of flabbergasted because when I walk through this area, I think to myself, how has it been that long? It's so cool. Oh, look what I found by accident. Not even wanting to go this way. Here's that place that is very decorative in spirit. I'd go in, but I'm sure there's a lot of other choices. But hey, look there, Dominica, I found it. Wasn't even trying. I just followed the lights. But right across the street from it is equally a nice decorated place, right here. Noticing the prices are a bit steep. Maybe this is more expensive than I thought. We'll get more out into the center of it all. But so that's really funny about that cafe that we just passed, because the one with all the red and decorations and stuff, it's like one of the most, I'll say one of the most Instagram photographed places when you go through those feeds for Vilnius. And you guys saw it. I didn't plan to go that way. We just kind of took the left because I was curious. And boom. That's how it works though sometimes. But we cut back over because I want to go to the river, the prettier spots, and grab some grub. Whoa, this is cool. This is reserved for the Romanian ambassador, I think. Huh. How about that there, Dana? Actually, there's like a couple parking spots just for the Romanian ambassador. Now, here's a cute little church too, right across the way. And I would be jumping in and out of all these churches, but I feel like it might be a little much if I take you into like 5 or 10 different churches. So we're just out for a walk. But look at this. This is another Orthodox. Oh, hold on. Here's another Orthodox church right here. And when you go inside of them, you'll find that there's a lot of more ornamentation. In fact, you know what? Hold on. We'll go in. Maybe they'll let me in. So, before I mention about that, I want to show you some of the destruction. They have this here so you can get perspective as to what happened during World War II to this beautiful city. And of course, you know, they've remodeled it and whatnot, but just when you look at the exhibit here and see what it was like in different times, it's definitely worth a look. So a little bit about that church. I don't know much about the history. We're not going to get into that, but the icons, I'll shorten the word because I don't seem to remember what the right word is, but the icons in there, it reminds me of when I was in Kiev when I was 15 years old, and I bought a triptych, I think it's what they're called, where you have the 3 symbols of Jesus, and Jesus with Mary, and then Joseph as well. And when we're inside there, what was really kind of cool is the covering in front of the altar was pretty much the exact same thing that I had when I was a kid. That I still have, actually. Well, I have part of it. Part of it broke too. It's such a shame. You'll note the change in the architecture right here. So like this building in comparison to like the other ones. Yeah. Now, if memory serves right, there should be a cafe up here on the right. Ooh, hold on. Let's hold that thought. Look at all the amber. If you're an amber fan, Vilnius was a part of the amber trade and still is. That's for you there, my dear Aunt Judy. I know how you feel about amber. All these little knick-knack, beautiful spots. Again, you don't go much farther, and then boom, here's another huge church. Probably more importantly, look at the decorations here of this hotel. I know it's not as over the top as that cafe. Now, one thing I like to take advantage of, and I walk this way on purpose so you can see it, is you have these little passageways, these little archways to apartments and businesses and stuff like this. So you have this little neighborhood that's just kind of nestled in that you wouldn't even know about. Love it. And see, even though I'm bundled up, you see me complain about the cold? No, because this is a cool place. Literally, you get that? You guys see the little sheep right here that they have set up? We have a bookstore, coffee shops, and this leads us right down into the fun. Although we already are having fun, but I'm stating, like, even more fun. And I think you might be catching a glimpse of it right now. Is part of the old castle, the old fort, the bastion. There's also these 3 crosses that look out onto the that are right across from it, and those deal with the first martyrs who were, first Christian martyrs in this region, I guess, trying to bring Christianity to the locals. I love this time of year because even though you don't get like the summer weather and whatnot and the warmth, I mean, look how pretty it is. They know how to design. They know how to make things look pretty. It's a Lithuanian dessert shop, and I think that's where I went in before. I don't know though. I've lost my bearings. Now, it's interesting because I want to go that way. It's where the river is. It's where the cool area is. But I want to do a quick little scout job over here for the actual Christmas market area. Over here in the distance, where some uncultured influencer, it wasn't me, said that the Vilnius Christmas market's totally overrated. Said there were no stands. Well, what do you call that? What do you call circling their tree? Yeah, exactly. He's just jealous. So I don't know if you can see it. So again, up there, heck of a view. Beautiful view, actually. Almost as cool as the Sky Bar view over on the other part of town. And then over there, I don't know if you can get it, right over there is the 3 crosses. Also, equally cool view. Cool part of town. You can swing down, and then when you go down towards the river, there's this beautiful church. And also, one of my most favorite memories here, what remains of the old Jewish cemetery. It's just a powerful place to walk around and look at and experience. Even though at this point it's all just trees. Let's grab a quick little look at the tree before we venture to the river. So here's your tree in all its glory. The grayness really helps. And then again, you're surrounded by all these stands right here. And they even have churros. It's big. It's just one big eating time. All right, we're going this way. I know, it wasn't much of a tour. Alright, it really wasn't a tour at all. It wasn't meant to be. I got a proper vlog for that. I feel like the typical tourist lifting up the camera. Here's your building. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Hey, if you go that way to the left, there's a cat cafe. And then here's this building here, which is now a church that wasn't a church, that was, I don't know, I forget the whole story. But you'll note There's a definite cross on top, but there's like these neoclassical elements that are so common in this area. I don't know why I'm laughing to that, or smiling or smirking. That wasn't the intention. It's the reality of it. It's true. And right now I'm trying to think to myself, where do we go? Because there's so much to see in this city, but it's like you have to pick and choose. You can't do it all at once. You can't all do it in one trip. And for me, what I covered before was over the course of 2 trips. And like 6 days. Someone put in the comments again, what is the story behind him? I don't remember it. Wish I did. Alright, we're heading to the river because we just walked through the historic part of town, or at least part of it. Didn't go to the hipster part, but we went through some of the more historical historical buildings. And now, when you go across the bridge, it's like a bunch of skyscrapers. It's pretty cool. It's just a complete contrast to what we've already seen. And I say contrast because, again, even getting here to the library right here, it looks different, doesn't it? But on this side of the river, we gotta cross the river because there's 3 sites over here that I gotta see one more time, and I gotta show you as well. I know you're noticing the enthusiasm. I know you can hardly contain yourself. Here's a river that always seems high to me. Like always. It's actually lower for today. It's nice. It's actually a beautiful run. In all seriousness, if you are a runner or a walker, you go down that way in that direction, you'll see a wrecking ball for one. It's not a joke, it's true. You'll see a ball hanging from a building. Oh, love locks. You go even farther down though, and you follow the trail until its end, and you just keep going, and you get onto this like country road, and there's a beautiful church. There's what remains of it look like maybe a restaurant or like a waterside like club. Very, very cool though. Worth the adventure. I literally just crossed the street. I want to show you how they've made this building green. And this museum right here, it's worth noting to you all. If you want to see kind of like the history of the industrial complex in this country, especially during the Soviet Union and then like right afterwards, it's a really cool place to see. I went here with a bunch of students, and it was phenomenal. I was shocked. And it's interesting because it's about all of the energy. They show you the turbines and stuff like that. And fittingly enough, in 48 days, 10 hours, 32 minutes according to the sign, the Baltic states will be disconnected from the Russian electrical grid. But yeah, so something to look at. The lights turned red, so I'm in no rush. I'll show you this building right here that looks pretty cool. It's a bunch of businesses, but it's got like a scary movie vibe to it. At least I think it does. More importantly, we've gotten to the intersection, and we're almost to food. And I'm sure there's better choices to show you of Lithuanian cuisine, but this is a place I've been to twice and I wanted to go again. And the shadows of that beautiful church right there. And now we cross. And have I mentioned Yeah, I did mention earlier, but it's true. The breeze is starting to pick up now. It's really not as fun as I thought it would be. So I believe this is the Church of St. Raphael right here. Right there. She's a beauty. And I've never been inside, which might come as a shock to you all, but I've never been inside. Now, on one fateful night, actually, let's see if we can go inside first before I tell you the story. Wow, it's gorgeous. Got the manger scene right here. They're waiting for baby Jesus. And I'm sure during the Christmas service they have Christmas lights on all these trees. Paintings. Lovely. All of the older grandmothers are in there buying all the religious crosses and the medallions and all that fun stuff. Reminds me of when my mom and I went to the church outside of Tucson this summer, just because I was trying to find something, a medallion for Saint Rita. Now, last time I was here, this was all under construction, and I took a group of students down this way, thinking that it would be a shortcut back to the hotel. This is where I have to tell you, as an educator, I really do think I need to do more research before I walk down the street, not knowing like the kids that I'm with and how the maturity level that they have. So if you walk down this way, you know, this looks like a normal path to like business and all. And you got your planetarium right here. Okay. But then when you go a little bit farther, I don't know if it's still here, but it was a year and a half ago. You know, some adult dancing places. And they had this big like TV monitor, okay? So you got a nice preview as to what was going on. And when you're with like 11, 12, and 13-year-olds, yeah, it was a little bit awkward. For at least one of the kids who got a little bit too ramped up about it. By the way, there is a Chinese restaurant right here that I like quite a bit farther down. But got your Skycrapers. The Radisson Blue, I stayed at twice. It's fun. And the Sky Bar, which is up top of the floor, is really cool view. We're going into the CUP mall right here because I'm craving some food. So yeah, let's do that. I'm really, really cold. So this is the big reason why that I like coming to this place, especially at night. You get a nice view, but even for today, get this wonderful view at the top of the CUP Center. And we're in the can for the pizza, and it's pretty dead right now. But the thing is this, if you're on a budget, the food here, it's Lithuanian food. It's comfort food, as I would call it. It's, yes, they sell pizza, but they have their own dishes as well. So you'll see that. That's what I actually got. But the prices are reasonable. It's worth the added walk because I'm spending less, even though I am interested in those cafes. But you got to choose what actually works for you, right? So these are the garlic French fries. Well, they're French fries, their version of French fries, and cheese and a garlic butter. I shouldn't have it because of my garlic allergy, but they're so good. Well, first course is done. This, I called them fries. I'm sorry, yeah, I called them fries. They're not. It's a fried breadstick. It tastes like rye bread, though, to me. They went a little skimpy on the cheese, but I still like it. And think, I could have gone to McDonald's, but instead I got pickles and a pulled pork potato casserole. That's right. That's right. All right, you ready for this? Here we go. Gonna dig in. They look like little, actually I probably should try the pickle first. It's like a pot pie, like a shepherd's pot pie almost. It's actually really, really good and good choice. Yummy. All right, we can check that off my list. My return to Vilnius list. I should have trusted my instincts, though. I should have only gone with the casserole and not the garlic infused thingamajig. I can taste it. That's what happens when you have an allergy. And this thing, I haven't had this issue with my coat lately, and I'm like, why do I have this? I'm like, I've not worn this coat for vlogging in maybe since I lived in Poland. It's possible. We got the skyscrapers to our right over here. I will say, if you ever stay in the Radisson Blu, it's pretty cool the higher up you are, because your view of the city is just, it's quite amazing actually. Very, very pretty. Now I feel like I'm like overheating, but I shouldn't be overheating. I don't know, guys. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. Quick story. My first time ever here. So I'm staying in the Radisson Blu. We lose power. So because we lost power, I was about to go for a run. Go out, sneak in a run. But it was like 5:30 in the morning. Power goes out in the entire building, in this entire block. And I was like, oh God, what am I supposed to do? Because I was in their side building where I was on like floor number 4 or 5, but my students were on like floor 16. So I knew they were going to panic if they woke up. So I end up doing the stairs. I end up doing the stairs, check on them, and I knew I had a few minutes. Actually, here, let me backtrack because it sounds like that. So I get the details straight. What I actually did is I woke up, I went out to vlog, and I was like, okay, I can sneak in this vlog. Da 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 da. Anyway, I brought my phone with me because I wasn't sure. Usually I never bring my phone with me. And when I got back, power still had not been restored to the building. And so it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I filmed a church over there that we're going to go to momentarily. And I ended up in this spot right here. And I was so bummed, and this is where the story actually ends. I was so bummed because my volume did not, there was something off with the speaker in the cold. It was a frigid morning. But anyway, I got the film part of it, but not the sound. So I never was able to show this. And I think it's lovely. This statue right here. This monument. Right in front of the gallery. Look at her. Now, I know she's not Our Lady of Lithuania, but that's what I'm going to call her. I'm sure if I looked it up, we get her exact name. But she's beautiful. And she's got like the peace doves, the peace doves with her, or some type of bird. But yeah, I just thought she was the best. And even though I am not much of a city guy, I can imagine myself coming to this spot among the skyscrapers in the city in the background and just kind of looking out from up here and looking down on the river. Now, there is an art gallery right next to it, by the way, but I'm just saying, a really, really cool spot. The energy is nice too. If you're like an energy person and you like to feel something, that statue, I feel something when I look at her. Every time. It's beautiful. We're in front of Caffeine. Just thought I'd give you one more skyline view. We have this says Putin, The Hague is waiting for you. And I don't know. I'm not much of a skyscraper guy, but it's interesting. I do like the ones here. I do like the ones here. And I like how you get the comparison of then you just go right across the way and then you have these normal sized buildings. It's not like when you go to like the city of Wrocław, for example. Not that I don't remember they had skyscrapers, but all their buildings just seem really, really high. Anyhow, let's move on. I got one more really, really cool thing to show you, and then it's getting really cold. So let's not forget about the river right here. That it is on my bucket list in the warmer weather to come back here and float down this stream. It throws me off too. I don't know why, because the water's coming from this direction over here. But I think it's because I forget that Vilnius is so much farther inland. I mean, heck, we're closer to like I have to remind myself that Vilnius is close to like the border with Belarus. You know, like if you actually look at a map, as opposed to like what is closer to Belarus than it is to the Baltic Sea. Yeah. So my first time here, I just took a whim to go down this street. Didn't even really think about it. I just figured I would do a small loop to see if there was anything noteworthy that I could film and say, hey, this is Vilnius. Because it was my first time here and I was like, it's such a waste. Oh, look who's here. This guy was up a few years ago. I'm glad he didn't leave. Can someone tell me what it is about this part of the world and hedgehogs? I've never seen them in the States, ever. Except for Sonic. But here, it's like it's a breeding ground. Or at least you guys are fans. So, early morning hours. I'm walking here. Power's out, as I said, down in the grid. But I did see some lights. I saw them over here. And this is what I came across. This beauty right here. Now, because it was the early morning, it was all locked up, the gate. But underneath the light, it was just magical. And even right now, it is glorious. Wow. I just saw a guy walk in, so let's see if we can get in here too. So the Dominican friars built this church for the Mother of God. This is the oldest icon of the Mother of God in Lithuania, late 15th century. All right, here goes, guys. Wow, it's beautiful. Here's Mary right here, up here, with a prayer and the candles. The images. It's beautiful. This little girl's cracking me up. That little girl in there was adorable. Right after I filmed at the altar and I turned to the left, she immediately fell down to her knees and began to pray and had her head down on the surface. I wanted to take a picture, but then I was like, no. But just super adorable. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. And it's not a southern bless your heart. It's like a really bless her heart. Wow. That church was beautiful. I'm so happy that I finally got in there, and just blessed to be in Vilnius. So, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to head back now to the hotel and recover a little bit, and then we'll do round 2 later, which in this case will be the Christmas markets. So thank you for tagging along. I hope you enjoyed the walk and seeing Vilnius through a tourist eyes, through my eyes. We got a lot more to come. All right, guys. Till next time. Peace be with you. Ciao. Oh, hey, I thought you guys left. No? Oh, it's because you heard I was right outside the Cat Cafe. Yes, I am. Look. Check this out. Oh, it's a little bit busy, but look. It's the Cat Cafe. Music's cranking. The cats are doing their thing. There's a cat right there. I would have gone in, but I saw people. Yeah, probably not the most effective plan of action. Alright guys, seriously, I'll see you soon. Peace.